Hey everybody, welcome to the Relic Blade Battle Report. I'm back with Owen for Game with the Cooler, and today we're going to be throwing down some Relic Blade. We're starting another Seeker's Handbook campaign, this time with some of the new stuff that Sean's got from Meta King Studios, including the, I guess, the Guerrilla. You've got some gnomes, you got some new elves, I've got some shark people and some eel people, and some basilisks. The Wildkins, that's right, is a whole faction of dudes. And we'll be playing through another 6-mission campaign as we take our Seekers, hopefully, to victory. This time around, I'm playing a mercenary company of a rogues gallery of former pit fighters and bad guys, and you're playing a geologist looking for rocks.
Yep, looking for gems and money.
Gems and money, as she attempts to bring her gnomish workers to excavate and mine emeralds.
It's Gert, her bodyguard.
Oh, Gert.
And then the workforce.
The workforce gets hard enough till you find something. I think it's just her and Gert who starts off. That's right. Don't say slaves. It's prisoners with jobs. I don't like that term. But the melt stick. So I've got I've got the Guerrilla and the leader, which is going to be Finn, who is my shark warrior. He's a former gladiator, and the two of them will be leading these freedom fighters to glory, I guess. We'll share the table. We'll go through the basics of the Seeker's Handbook, and we'll get started. So, Seeker's Handbook campaign. You begin with 50 influence to recruit your 2, 3, or 4 starting people, and I've got 2. I have Finn Red Tide, which is my shark warrior here, leader of my warband, with his wavy sword and wavy dagger. And he's got a thrashing bite too, because he is a shark man. He is a hammerhead shark. Then we got my Ogre Rotarius here, which is Beerus. Also with his big shark helmet, because he just wishes he was a shark and pretends he's a shark and used to fight in the gladiator pits. Now he just hangs out with Finn, and they go on adventures, and that's what we're doing here. We've come to the city to make our fortune. And here's Owen's Wildkin warband, starting with 2 people as well. You've got Esmarelda, who's a Geomancer. She's an elf, basically mage that can control the ground. Yep. Remind me a little bit of the Dwemer from whatchamacallit, Morrowind and Skyrim, which were like the elf / dwarves that lived underground and used rocks and stuff. Not really. These are machines, that's all. But they're kind of like elves.
They were elves.
They were elves, because the dwarves were also elves then. And then we have Gert, who is a Battleborn, and he's basically merged with stone.
Yeah. So they're elves who lost their bodies.
That's right.
Or gave up their bodies.
They gave up their bodies, and I think it was that they merged with the stone around them to attain immortality. But they kind of lose their fire and their emotions as well at the same time, and become these giant hulking rock man.
So he is a berserker. Remember.
Wow.
That may not be 100% accurate.
That might be inaccurate to the lore. You're right. I thought I remember something about maybe it was just their personality slips away or something like that. As they slowly turn to rock and they have to fight to survive. And here's our table set up for the Slave Raid. Now we're going to use a modified version of Slave Raid, which is actually going to be a capturing of these 3 runic pillars here. Now in the Slave Raid, it's usually the it's actually the scenario that comes in the new Wretched Hive expansion pack. And you're stealing villagers by shackling or freeing them. What we're going to do instead is have these pillars be covered in expensive emeralds and runes. And so, of course, the brigands are trying to steal them, while the Geomancer is trying to read them to try and find the location of the next emerald deposit that she can play with. So it's just a reskin basically of the same mission. Now we start within, it'll be 10 inches, this isn't a 24-inch board, this is a 36-inch board, of a corner when we dice off. And the villagers / runic pillars will be in the middle of the table within 4 inches. At the end of the recovery phase, shackled villagers are removed from play. Freed villagers may then make a move action. So what happens is the pillars will float away basically to be studied later on by the boss. Villagers can't be targeted by attacks or abilities, they can't be damaged, and you don't engage any models but can be engaged, and you roll bonus die to disengage. In this mission, the attacker wins if 2 or more are destroyed, so shackled, so I'm going to be trying to smash them and get stuff out of them. The defender, which will be Owen, will win if 2 or more are taken off the board and removed from play by running away because they're freed. So rolling for our additional events, we've got a hidden tomb, which in this case is going to be a dwarf forge. There's going to be a random entrance on the table, so one of the doorways of one of these 6 buildings is going to be entrance. You want to roll die? See which one it is?
2, 3, 4,
just clockwise,
5.
yeah. Whoop.
All right.
Number 1. That one right there. So in that doorway right here If you go inside, you're going to enter this building. There'll be 3 angry dead, ancient dead, which will be dwarves in this case. Fight dwarves, that's right. And if you fight them and you beat them, you can get the Storm King's Hammer, which is a +5 attack. Roll to set up right now as our buildings are all ready to rock and roll. I've got a 2. You've got a 5, so you can choose your corner and deploy within 10.
I'm just gonna stay in my corner over here.
And we're deployed, so just come out of the water here. We have Bruce and we have his Finn. And over here we've got Gert and Esmeralda hanging around the corner, ready to potentially enter the building, unless they want me to go beat up these pillars. So the first turn, now let's roll to see who has initiative. I got a 2, you get a 4. It's over to you. Esmeralda's gonna go, yeah?
She has 6 action points.
Holy moly.
But she only moves 2. So I'm basically just going to move 12.
Right.
Because I'm just going to spend all of them to move. So 1, 2, 3.
Yep.
And then 1, 2, 3.
Go hide behind that corner.
Yeah, we'll
Now I'm going to activate my Guerrilla, who has 4 actions, but moves 3, so he can move 12 as well. So we're just going to go 8 to this corner, and then 4 more, and go party next to this. We're going in the basement.
The Battleborn's going in. Go get it, Gert. So
I'm sure Esmeralda will be fine fighting these 2 gladiators.
First one in. He steps into the basement.
We're up.
Hello,
he goes
minions.
to fight somebody. Yep.
And he'll move in
to this ancient dead.
We'll just fight him here.
Okay. Gert's gonna stab this ancient dead.
So he gets a free 1 for showing up. Charging in, and then he's going to spend another 1, and he is just going to, let's say, cleave this. You know what? No, we're just going to swing the great weapon.
Okay.
I'm going to focus it.
Okay.
Looking for a 7. That is
crushes
a 7.
it.
So it's damage +6 against their armor of 2. So d6 +6, I get a
10 to 3.
Shwam!
Just dies. Well, it goes to knocked out. That guy's super down, but the relentless dead, because they're dwarves, come back on a 4+ instead of a 6. Yeah. Finn, it's your turn. You also have 4 actions and move 3, so you're gonna go 12. So 8. I'll take us to here, and then 4 more. I'm gonna go this way. Stand next to this. The minions get to go. They activate whenever someone's within 6, so they're guard minions. So this one's got 2 AP. He's 1 to charge, and the second one to focus. You guys looking for 4s with a spear?
Yep.
Crushes it with a 10, so it's +3 to your armor of
2.
Ha!
I get a 6 to 4, so I'm going to take 2 damage.
Next, dwarf / rest is dead is going to do the same thing. Go and focus and attack. Ha!
He hits.
Hits. That's +3.
Oh, 7 to 3.
7 to 3.
4. He's out.
He's unconscious. Phase. See if that dwarf stands up on a 4.
No,
he does not.
Down.
He's
not dead. Oh, no, they do die.
They die if they don't pass. They get 1 chance to get back up yet.
And the big guy. No,
he stays down. He's going first.
2
to 1.
All right, Esmeralda.
It's you. Come on, Esme. What do you got?
You're gonna have to take these guys down because we can't help Gert. So she's gonna first one walk into the area.
Okay.
Second one, do I just grab the treasure and try and run?
I think that sounds like a plan.
Second one, she moves again. Just to get within a half.
Yep.
That's 2. Now it's a 4+ to get
4+.
Right?
So you can focus it and free it.
I'm going to try and focus free it.
Okay.
4+. I get it.
You got it. So this one's now freed. Summon a rock spire. Your last 2.
Yep. And we're going to just slam it down. Well, I got to cast it first on a 5 or better.
5 or better. Focus casting.
Fails.
No.
No, it's not a focus. It's just my last 2.
Oh, okay. Right.
Fails it. No rocks come up.
Uh-oh.
Well,
it's time for the Ogre Readiers to go. He's going to try and smash, which means shackle, this objective. He does it on a 4+. He'll focus to do it and get a 4. So this one's going to be shackled. He's going to move 3 over to here. He's going to try and do this one on 1 die. Looking for a 4+. Gets it. All right, so that one's also shackled. Now we're going to play the optional mode where you play until all the villagers / pillars are off the table, and that gives Owen a chance to actually escape with his. So you get to go with Gert, but he's unconscious, so we're going to go back over to Finn, and he's going to move 3 and walk around to here. I can't interact with this one, unfortunately, now. I'm going to go 3 and go charge Esmeralda. 1 free dice for the charge, and spend my last 2 to do a dual strike.
Yep.
Which means I need a 6, 7+. And I get it, just.
Yep.
And then it is a damage 4 plus a damage 2 rolled separately. So the first one.
Roll big. Nope.
1 die. I get a 8.
I'm down.
You're down? Okay.
8 to 3.
Second damage roll will auto take her out because she's already unconscious.
And there's only armor 1.
That's right.
Attack him.
Skeletons are going to attack you. So the first one's just going to focus and attack.
And that'll count.
And hit him. And then you just take it. Now you do get to move the thing. These two get popped. Poop. Poop at the end phase. Because they were shackled. And then yours gets to move 4. It floats away. Yeah. So new turn. I get to go. I'm tempted to go fight the dwarfs. My turn, the Ready Heiress. I'm just gonna ignore this villager. I'm gonna go 12 over the door.
Yep.
And then 12 over the door. So 4, and then 8 more, and just be next to him. Over to here. And then you get to move your villager again, because I'm just like, whatever, we got what we wanted. Another new turn, and we're gonna go in the door for his first 3, which will put him here. And the second one he'll charge. Wicked Trident this dwarf by focusing it. And we hit, and it's damage plus 4.
He gets a 5.
5 to 6, so it takes the damage. His thing is times 2, so he'll just attack him with the trident. On 4 hits. Plus 4.
2 more.
2 more, yeah.
Knock him down.
So he's unconscious. Sharko Man's gonna move 3 into the door, and then charge this guy. He'll do his dual strike by using an extra die and then focusing it, and just get it with an 8, and that's a damage plus 4.
7
to 7. 8, no, yeah, it's for 8. Yeah, so 1 damage.
Yep.
And a damage plus 2. 1.
No.
Damage plus 2 is a 4 total. What was your roll?
Oh, that's
Might
right.
knock you out. No, I don't.
6.
He goes and focuses attacking to Finn.
Yeah, focus spear.
You get him. So he's armor 3 to your damage of 3.
7.
7 to
2 damage.
5, 2 damage. You get up for boss.
You
He
bet.
does. Skeleton's back in action. All right, so everybody gets to go again. This little guy.
He escapes.
He escapes.
Because he's within 6 of the edge now.
4. It's a corner, actually.
Oh, it is a corner?
So 4 dice for the Ogre Ready Heiress. He's just going to do a big stab. Trident stab. He'll use 2 dice. Hits. And then plus 4.
7.
7 to lots.
Knocks him back down again.
Knocks him back down. He'll try again. He'll focus this one. Hits him. And he'll just die. Then he's got 1 left. He'll dodge for fun. And then Mr. Sharkman is going to do his dual strike. And he'll focus to do it for 3. And he hits. And that's going to be plus 4.
7 to he's knocked down.
Yes, he's knocked down, and the other one just kills him. Yeah. And that's game, because we get to go take the hammer, and you get your escaping pillar to go and tell you the news. So at the end of it all, I'm going to get, the rewards are 20 influence each, and then I'll get 10 gold for my 2 pillars that I pillaged, and you get 5 gold for yours. I'm going to get an extra 10, and then 5 more for my knockdowns, and then these guys on my 4 plus will give me a gold. So for him, yes, and for him, no. So I'm going to get 11 gold total, and then you for your dwarf?
Nothing.
Nothing. I'm going to get 20 plus 5 influence for taking out one of the dwarves, and that looks like game.
5 gold for the rescue.
That's right. Let's make it his injury chart rolls, see what happens for Esmeralda.
Dead.
Dead? You gonna spend some influence?
I have to. She's the name of the game. So 15 of my 25 I gained.
Yep.
She doesn't die. She's just wounded, so she'll start at half health.
Okay.
And for Gert,
Don't got Gert. 5? He's safe.
Yeah.
So with my 35 influence, I'm going to go and upgrade my artisan back at camp to a level 2. So it's gotten 15, and that means I can start buying some upgrades. And I'm going to buy a deep only cleaner crab. So now Finn has a cleaner crab, and that means that during every recovery phase on a 6, he just regains a health point in addition to the standing back up stuff, or even if he's awake. It works if unconscious or not. The cleaner crab just like heals him all the time, crawls around. It has no upkeep costs. It doesn't have any use or anything like that. It's just passive. It's a really good one. It costs 3 gold. So that means I've got a grand total of 8 gold left in the bank. And then Rasp, my mangrove basilisk, gets hired. That's Bruce's pet that he found out in the wilds there. That's going to be hanging out with him. Cash strapped after Esmeralda's accident.
Yeah.
We went and just
Esmeralda
bought some
came back.
spells.
She's wounded, but we picked up Seismic Convulsion after the finding that treasure, I suppose. We hired a first tier scribe so I can get some spells. And yeah, basically around her rock spires, I can make you -1 move until my next activation.
Cool. So there we go, end of the game. I also forgot I had the Storm King's hammer, which I've now equipped to Finn. So he's got a lightning bolt that you can call from the heavens when things get dicey.
Yeah, if you have to fight against a ghost.
Yep. Unfortunately, you didn't quite get to your plan for the for Gert there, which was of course to let the guys fight you, just harden, go up to +4 armor, and then his special sweep attack is called what's it, Cleave?
It's a 1
and it hits
beam.
everybody within 1 inch. So
no, it's range 1, and then everything within an inch of that spot. because it's a beam attack.
Oh, it's a line attack. That's right. Yeah.
So I basically pointed at a guy, and then everybody within an inch of that guy.
So he goes basically through all three of them. So once they surround him and all fight him, he would just cleave all 3 dwarves at the same time and murder them all. But they got perfect dice and killed him.
I focused against them, and could have gone a different way. Next time. So we'll see you for game 2 on Owen's channel as the I guess Esmeralda's Emerald Expedition attempts to take on the Red Tide again. So until then, hop over. There'll be a link in the video description below. We'll see you next time. Until then, I'm Ash Owen. I hope you enjoyed that video. If you want to support the channel, of course, like and subscribe and hit the little bell below so you get notifications when I post future content. I do post stuff 7 days a week. If you want to support the channel further, you can, of course, buy a t-shirt through Spreadshirts, buy a measuring gauge or objective markers from Death Ray Designs, or, of course, most importantly, there is Patreon. Patreon is what makes all this possible, keeps the lights on, pays for the studio costs, pays for the equipment, model costs, and everything else, and most importantly, puts food in my kids' bellies and a roof over their heads. Big thanks to everyone, past, future, who supported me. I do this stuff because of you guys, and of course, I will continue doing it as long as I can.